What's going on, YouTube? It's cold as fuck around here. I don't got no legit scarf, so I gotta do what I gotta do and avoid the cops on my way back and forth to work. Cause you know they ain't gonna understand shit. What's going on, YouTube? It's been a long time. Happy 2019. I know I ain't spoke to y'all in a while. A lot has happened. Working through it. Anyway, I wanted to talk real quick about Bird Box. I don't know why, but everybody's like ranting and raving over Bird Box. Like Sandra Bullock's new movie, Netflix original, or whatever they call it, special or original, whatever. Netflix joint, Bird Box. I just want to say real quick what the movie meant, what it was about, and how I felt about the movie. Well, how I felt about the movie was straight. It was all right. I enjoy it. Sandra Bullock is a favorite of mine anyway. I enjoyed her. I think my all-time best Sandra Bullock movie was, I think it was called Orbit or something, where she was like an astronaut and she was like, I guess, marooned in space or something. And she was trying to find a way back, to Earth. I think it was called Orbit, something. But like whatever that movie was, that was my best, my favorite Sandra Bullock movie of all time. Like, she is drop dead gorgeous, and I think she's like damn near 50 or maybe 50, a little bit over 50. Anyway, I digress. Bird Box. Okay, everyone is confused about what this movie was about, and they tell you kind of in the beginning of the movie, what the movie was about. The movie is about, as a whole, demons. Somehow demons that maybe some of them disguising themselves are appearing to others as certain deities, false gods, depending on your faith and beliefs. But either way, it was kind of like the director's idea of, I guess, what Judgment Day will look like. Cause Brother Man from Get Out, he said Endgame, so you might well say like Judgment Day, and he said demons are appearing themselves, are making themselves visible to the human race, and depending on which person is looking at these particular demons, they exploit like your deepest fears, your greatest guilt and regrets, and whatever, and you end up like either killing yourself because you can't handle it, or you become like crazy, in some kind of twisted false sense of faith. Because all the people that seemed like they wasn't the people that wasn't suicidal but was still under that influence was like people that was already crazy, had some kind of twisted sense of faith. So when they look at these demons, even though they were still affected, what happened was it took their mentality and their beliefs and just, intensified it, just pushed it to that next level, Yeah, it's just about demons, man. Demons showing up, revealing themselves in front of people, and whatever you carry along with you throughout your life, whether if it's like a fear or a regret, guilt, it reveals that to you, and you kill yourself because of it, because of that, I guess that regret from whatever it is that, transpired in your, in the past. But, yeah, these demons, these entities, these spiritual creatures, they show up and they attack the human race, causing the majority of the population to kill themselves. If you see it, you have to keep your yourself blindfolded or, eyes closed in some kind of way so, you don't get affected. And that's really just So it's like how you say sanitation. You know, like the earth, the planet was like being sanitized, you know, from the human race. You know, they, it definitely will be a part two, but part two is going to be bootleg. It's not even going to be worth the salt. I guarantee it. The only reason why Bird Box, in my opinion, was straight to me is because it had like some really great actors and actresses. Sandra Bullock's a given. I can't remember this guy's name. The old man that was the asshole, but still, you know, was actually, you know, proved his worth like towards the end of his character in the movie. Homeboy, the love interest, the black dude that, you know, end up, you know, fall in love with Sandra Bullock. I feel like he was in the last Purge movie as the drug kingpin of that particular neighborhood that was getting purged out by the government. I can't remember his name, but I feel like he was in the last Purge, the Purge prequel. I believe it was a prequel. Who else? Who else was in that movie? Oh, I can't remember his name, but he was in the Constantine movie. The fat, bald-headed guy, the eyes just swim all over the place. He was in it. You know, there was like, even though you only see him at the end, Machine Gun Kelly was in the movie, which was funny because all he did was just smash the chick. I forgot what she was in before, but she was like a police cadet, and all he ended up doing is just smashing her and running off with her. That was so. He did not need to be in the movie. He must have paid somebody to just have a role in this movie. But like, look, I got acting chops. You know, look what I can do. I can bone a sexy Puerto Rican chick in the midst of this catastrophe. You know, put me in something official. You know what I mean? Machine Gun Kelly was in the movie, you know, whatever. You know, he did his part. I just don't understand what was the purpose of having his character, not necessarily him, but his character in the movie. And if all you're going to do is say, you know, this is fucked, we're fucked, you know. And then next thing you know, you're fucking the sexy Spanish chick that was in the police academy, and y'all run off together, still in the cars. It was, I don't know. I didn't understand. But yeah, that's all that movie was about. It went over people's heads, and the reason why I think, even I know they heard it and seen it, but the reason why I feel like it went over people's heads because today's system of things, people don't want anything to do with religion, because religion goes against everything that is how you say it, glorified today. You know, everybody, you know, they want to talk about, you know, the gay and lesbian and transsexual movement and all that kind of good shit, you know, and the killing and the raping and the human trafficking, and you know, everything wicked about the world, which is like, in my personal opinion, I'd say like 98% of the world population is just wicked and evil people. And that's why the majority of the human race don't want anything to do with religion, because it goes against shit that they want to do. They don't want to believe in God. A person will say, I don't believe in God, but in the back of their mind, they do truly believe in God, because if something happens, who are they calling? Oh my God, you're calling God. You know, that's like a short prayer. Whenever you get in a situation, regardless if it's like an accident, someone is trying to endanger your life, maybe you get pulled over by the police, say you're terrified because you don't know what's going to happen. Whatever the situation may be, we always say, oh God, or oh my God, you know. Even these so-called atheists that don't so-called believe in God, but they do, you know, we all really do. The reason why people say they don't believe in God is because they hope God and everything that's documented in the Bible is false, because they know if it's real, then they're fucked, you know, because the shit that they do is impure. You know, shit I do is impure, you know. I shouldn't be having sex, you know, outside of marriage, but you know, but I do. But I still believe in God, and there's still a lot of things that I'm working on, you know, because I do want to become a spiritual person, you know, but it's really hard, you know. Some things are easier to practice than others, but you know, eventually I'm going to get it. But But yeah, that's all it is. You know, people don't want to believe it. Even in the movie, it was like, don't give me that religious bullshit. You know, people don't want to believe in that stuff, because if they knew it was real, if they was confident it was real, it'd be terrifying. The world the way it is now, it would not be the same way. You know, it just wouldn't be the same. So people they just hope. It's really a hope. We hope that the Bible and God and all that stuff is fake and it doesn't exist, you know. So, but that's so the movie, I'm sorry, I kind of sidetracked a little bit. So the movie is also it's a reflection of how savage the human race is, you know. It's showing what we would do in circumstances like that. So can you imagine, like, Judgment Day landed, boom, today is Judgment Day, and maybe, like, you know, even though it wouldn't happen that way, but it did happen that way. Like, these demons are showing themselves and appearing in front of us, you know, feeding off of our dread or guilt or fear and causing us to kill ourselves because of it. It will be worse. People will be worse than displayed in the movie. It will be crazy. It would be crazy. Like, we are some savages. Like, we are so savages. And I'm shocked, you know, honestly, that God even bothers and, you know, wastes his time with us, to be honest. Like, that's just my opinion. I don't understand why, you know, like, why, you know, but just why not just clear the board and start over, you know, because honestly, we don't deserve it. You know, like, we find new ways to hurt, kill, rape each other. A lot of people can't even stand themselves, you know, let alone other people. You know, it's just not safe to be around other individuals, because you don't know what a person might do to you, you know, and given the opportunity in a great crisis, like, we would devour each other. Like, we would destroy each other. It would be bad. It would be horrible. You know, so, like, the movie is like a reflection on the human race, the way we are, and it's like a spiritual in nature type movie. It's like a spiritual horror suspense thriller. Yes, it's not scary, you know, unless you're in depth in the Bible and you have knowledge of the Bible, and you, even by watching the movie, you even get like a deeper meaning and understanding, you know, from your knowledge of Bible studies or whatever. You know, it might be scary to you. I can understand that. But as far as, like, well, if you talk about, like, what do you say, Jigsaw movie types, like with gore and nothing like that. There was no blood in it. The only blood I remember seeing is when my man from Get Out, the chubby black dude with the glasses, when he got killed. But they didn't show him get killed. Like, they show a crazed lunatic that worked at a grocery store grab him. Or no, he rushed the crazed lunatic into the cooler, and the guy killed him, and you see blood flowing from underneath the cooler and stuff. You know, but that's it. That's really it. You know, like, the movies, it's more of a thriller. It's not really scary. It's a suspenseful thriller with, like, a horror undertone. It's not scary at all. You know, you can watch that and, you know, be all right. But yeah, that's my take on it. It was a pretty good movie. You know, I enjoyed it. It's definitely like one of them rainy days, I'm off work, I don't got nothing to do type of flicks. So yeah, you know, check it out. Bird Box. I don't understand why people are making it bigger than what it is. Like, I don't understand the hype necessarily, and no one is speaking on the spiritual aspect of the movie. You know, the religious aspect of the movie. Like, I've read and heard some of everything in regards to this movie except for the religious aspect of the movie. And they tell you, it's 15, maybe 20 minutes in, I have to look again. You know, homeboy from Get Out, he tells you spiritual creatures, demons, you know, feeding off your fears and your guilt and dread or whatever, you know. That's what the movie was about. That's what it was about, you know. But Feel free to tell me what you thought it was about. Comment down below. I'll see y'all hoes later. Peace.